want to sell you on. You don't, that's not, I tell young people, not especially I tell young men, that ain't real. Amen. Don't believe the hype. It never happened to me. And I've been married for a long time, and I never got that episode yet. It's not reality. And you don't want it like that, and it don't happen like that. That's not reality. If you live, anybody who is in middle age, live long enough, I'll tell you, life always has peaks and valleys. It will have good days, you'll have your bad days. You'll have days where you feel like you're on top of the world. You have days where you feel like you're ready to jump off a bridge. You feel happy for a moment, you can feel sad the next moment. If you live long enough. But the longer you live, things pan out. You find out not to worry about stuff. Because the more you have peaks and valleys, the more you ain't mature. The more mature you get, the less you'll dip. See, I'm starting to not having less of a dip. Because you know what? I might be sad today, but I'll be all right tomorrow. I may be happy today, but I know I can be sad tomorrow. So I'm going to start to level out my life. So I know no matter what. That's why Solomon said I had everything. No one lived like Solomon lived. He had everything. He was the richest man that ever lived. He had about 400 wives. And I ain't talking about the girlfriends on the side. He could almost be with one wife and ain't see it for the next round for the next year. Not saying in the middle of his girlfriends. I ain't know how he had a heart attack. Dealing with that. But he said all that I had. He had gold and jewels and riches. And you know what he said? He said, this is all vanity and vexation of spirit. This vex me. This make me mad. This gets me in trouble. I don't even like it anymore. I got everything in the world and I still ain't happy. And I found out life is that laugh. It's that joke. It's that handhold. It's that child smile, that child laugh. That is gold. That's your diamond. And when you do the will of God and you're walking in your purpose for God, and you walk it in God. Yeah. See, if I tell folk, in this church, a church is just a hand. We are body. Yeah. And we not to think one hand is better than another. I can't say my job is better than your job. Amen. I can't say that, oh, evangelist, yeah, she's evangelist, but I'm pastor. No, I might be the head, but I'm part of the body. And if my fingernail hurt, guess what? That message go to my head and says something's wrong. And that's why I had to tell you early. I had to say it might be my fingernail hurting, but something in the head told me. God told me in the spirit, something wrong. So I got to get me some spiritual Band-Aid. I got something to make the pain go away. I had to take a Excedrin. Because anytime, if my toe hurt, guess what? The head going to know if the toe hurt. Now, the enemy can cut off your hand, but you still can live. He can cut off your feet, but you still live. But if the enemy try to cut off the head, there's no life. And the enemy will always go after the head of anything. He'll go after any head of any committee. He'll go for any head of a church. He'll go any business that's doing the will of God. So we got to dig deep and get the gift for God out of us. But I tell folk, that gift costs a price. And in order for you to bless you, in order for God to bless your gifts, you got to go through process. You got to go through hurts. You got to go through pains. You got to go through misunderstanding. You got to go through certain things to do the will of God. See, people don't understand something. We got to go through so much stuff to get God to produce something in us. So don't get upset when folk leave you. Just know God producing something. When you broke, you said, Lord, how am I going to make it? But necessity is the mother of invention. God made you lost your job so you can create a new business that no one has. Your lost job is a blessing to you. Because had you not lost your job, you wouldn't start your business. We're going to have more millionaires in this century right now. And this a bad economy going to produce more millionaires and more witty inventions. Because now you ain't got a check to rely on. You got to hustle. You got to get yours. And fortunately, God let me. And when I got laid off, I said, God, what I'm going to do? Do what I called you to do. And work it. But God, no. Work what God tell you to do. And see, some things is a gift. Oh, your husband left you. Oh, your wife left you. You didn't like him anyway. Thank God that you ain't got to deal with him no more. Now you're freed up to do what you got to do. And let me say something to you. When certain things go from you, be real with yourself.
Come on. There you go.
Be real with it. See, I learned something about it. And I told folk before, I had to dig deep and God had to get me straight. And the mood was set. I got me some sad music. You know, I don't know. I was on TV. I was listening to Sade. Is it a crime that I love you and I want you to love me too? Oh yeah, I had it right. You know, I couldn't drink, but I had me a little glass of apple juice, so that's what I had. You know, and then it was by myself, and I was listening, and I was singing and crying, and God said, stop playing with me. Because you know that wasn't all that anyway. You praying for it to go, and now it's gone. Now you go talking about I love you. I said, Lord, you right. Let me stop playing with myself. I dry my eyes. The enemy will have you messed up. And you know for real, it wasn't that, oh, no, Jimmy died. Oh, you know how they go in the funeral. Ah! You know you were praying in your mind. Thank God you were praying for the man to die. And now he died and you act like you falling to pieces. What I'm going to do with Jimmy? And you know Jimmy messed around on you, didn't pay bills. You had so many issues with Jimmy now that he gone. But you scared to go into the unknown. Because see, you know what? We want to hold on to the familiar because we're used to it. That's why the children, now they were beating them. You tell them, and children of Israel, they was in the hot sun. They took away the straw so they couldn't make bricks. They gave them leeks and onions. You know how bad that breath smelled when you ate leeks and onions all day? You in your pores, everybody's smell. And they was in the hot sun. And soon God took them out of being beat up every day, killed folk. You had folk dying underneath the sun. Bricks was falling. People were whipping them to get the work done. Now you ain't got no whip on your back. Now I brought you out of the land of Egypt and put you in a land that made of flowing with milk and honey. And now you ain't got to work no more. You get mad and say, God, come to Moses and say, why did you take us out of Egypt? At least we had leeks and onions. You know why? Because they raised up in Egypt and they worshiped the same God they worship. Because soon they got away from it, what they made a golden calf like the Egyptians did. And sometimes you can get folk out of certain neighborhoods, you can get certain people out of certain families, and they still act the same because they got generational curses on them. You ever have folk that you know what, you helped them out and they want to, I got an abusive situation or my family treated me wrong. You get them out their family, act just like their family. The same thing you rescue folk from, they treat you like they got away from. And then they start blaming you. Well, when I was in my old family, at least they gave me this. And you didn't have a meal every day, and I'm feeding you 3 times a day, and you talking about that's all we got. Well, go out there and fend for yourself, buddy. That's why I tell children, appreciate your parents. Because after you grow up and get out, if you don't eat, who cares? I told you I appreciate my mother. I used to hate when my mother stay up late at night waiting for me when I came from the club. I said, I'm a grown behind man. So, and she didn't care, right? She came in and still had a Bible and the scripture waiting for me every time. And you tired. You got smoke on you. You got women all smells all over you, and you just want to go up, take a shower, and chill out. You just came from the party. You know what I'm saying? Can you come in here for a minute? I said, oh God. Let me go to Proverbs here and give you some strength. And so I had to deal with that. But when one night I came home by myself and I opened that door and the house was black, and in a way I say, man, nobody cared. I came at 4 o'clock at night. Nobody was looking for me. I could have been gone for about 4 or 5 days and nobody would come call the police on me. Only the same woman would call me and find out. At the time, I was doing my own thing. Mama might have found out after 2 days, but I'd be dead and stinking somewhere. And I had to realize that, you know what? I thank God for somebody.
For upcoming events, announcements, information, and donation, visit us at www.gpwm.org. Find us on Facebook.
GPW.org.
Thanks for watching the GPW broadcast. If you're ever in the Baltimore area, please visit us at our temporary location, Sunday mornings at 11:30 a.m. Also, you can visit us on our website at www.gpwm.org. Thanks again for watching.
A place where I'm missing can feel.